Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall, and today we're going to look at what is in store on the horizon for us in the year 2016. So what I've done today is I've prayed to the angels and the ascended masters for guidance on what we can expect as far as our spiritual growth is concerned for this year. And the theme that the angels and ascended masters have brought us this year is purity. I love that. Our guides are saying that this year self-purification is going to be a wonderful shaping practice, intention, and theme for helping us to create our goals that we have and our intentions for the new year, as well as helping us to get on the highest path to fulfilling our greatest potential for our life's purpose. So there are many different areas that we can apply this idea of purity in our lives. And generally, the greatest gift that we get out of this is that we're able to go forward with a life that is free of distractions, that is free of the influence of the ego in our mind and in our life's affairs, so that we can shift our perspective to one that is still, peaceful, and open to receiving and knowing divine truth, God, in our lives. And the more close you are to this higher spiritual path, closer to God you are, the greater your personal fulfillment is, the closer you are to fulfilling and achieving the wonderful goals and life milestones that you desire and seek in your life. So there are a few different areas for self-purification that the angels have said that they would like for us to discuss today. And the first area that I'd like to talk about is in our personal finances. The angels say that many of us have actually prayed for more wealth in our lives during this year. And that's a wonderful thing. And it actually does feel like 2016 is going to be a year with increased abundance and increased wealth for all of us. But the perspective that the angels want us to take on it this year is one in which we are perhaps spending less, in which we're realizing that in order to be truly fulfilled, we don't need a lot of material stuff or excess, frivolous experiences and things like that. We can follow a simple lifestyle in order to feel fulfilled in our lives. And oh, how freeing and wonderful it will feel to start putting some of your new money that you will be attracting in 2016 into your savings account, or perhaps just investing it into your personal wellness wisely, again, rather than in excess, maybe unnecessary materials that in the long run might even just add extra distractions into your life as well. So the angels want you to know too that with regard to finances, what they see is that when we desire more wealth in our lives, what we really desire is more personal empowerment, more of a feeling that you truly are free to have all of the experiences that you want, free in your time, free in your creativity to make that life that you desire. And your angels want you to know that you don't get that magically when you get that bundle of cash on your doorstep. You get that from within. It's already here within you, the power to achieve that sort of thing. So as we stop sort of outsourcing for an external sense of what will excite us, bring us joy and fulfillment in our lives, and we turn more to the simplicity of the joys of everyday living, as we perhaps focus our joy and fulfillment on the ebb and flow of daily life, on working on our life purpose this year, and perhaps on just enjoying real quality loving time with the people that matter to us. This is going to bring about true wealth, true freedom, the true ability to wield great power that does, in the end, translate to physical power, material power in this world. Because when you have a sense of that divine inner emotional freedom and power, you're in a prime place to actually attract wonderful balance and wonderfully being provided for in all of the areas of your life that you need, truly. So that's the first area that we can bring some purification and in which there's wonderful things coming to us is inner wealth. The second area that the angels want to talk to us about today is with our physical health, with our bodies. The angels show us that many of us are going to be given guidance with regard to how we can purify our lifestyle and our diets in order to again, reach that peak performance on our spiritual life purpose path. Isn't that wonderful? Because when we have the optimal health that we need, we are able to have the most amount of optimal energy, the highest, most balanced, energized mood that we need to apply to our life purpose work, and thereby to apply to our happiness, our enjoyment of life. We all feel happier and better when we are clear-minded, detoxed, and healthy and strong. And remember too that what you do to your physical body, you do to your mind, and in truth you do to all areas of your life. So if you're making your body stronger, you're making your mind stronger and more disciplined. To create a devotion that is daily, every single day, the choices you make with what to put into your body, and choosing to daily do something to strengthen your body, some sort of yoga, swimming, strength training, jogging, walking, whatever is your personal cup of tea. That daily devotion is a wonderful, wonderful step forward in self-love for yourself and your life. And when you set a precedent of self-love in that area, you find that you have such greater emotional fulfillment. There's this sense of greater self-trust, this greater sense of faith in life and in the way that the world works. So this theme of taking care of your body, purifying your body, is a big one for 2016, and it leads the way with purifying everything else, trust me. So one area that they want to talk about with that is diet. So just think and research a little bit on ways that you can have a cleaner, lighter diet. One thing that the angels say that they again see across the board with many of us is that so many of us are taught to eat more than we actually need in our lives. So one specific bit of guidance that they're giving us today is that we can clarify our lives by eating less, by eating smaller proportions. Look up what a real proportion actually properly is for your diet and try eating with that. And the more that you put this practice into motion, eating healthy sized portions of food and healthy food choices, the more you'll find that you are emotionally and physically joyfully fulfilled with regard to your diet and your relationship with food. Let's pray for a healthy relationship with food in 2016. The other area with regard to health that the angels want to see us bringing some improvements in is, again, what we said before about that daily enactment of strengthening. So add to yourself, even if you only have time for 10 minutes of it in a day, something daily that will strengthen you, that will push you to your edge and out of your comfort zone with regard to your body. The benefits of strengthening your body through some kind of exercise practice is not just a benefit that you experience today, but it's one that you're investing in a future that lasts 10, 20, 30 years. You're reaping the benefits of this your entire life long. And that is spiritual. Loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves in that way feeds our spiritual paths so beautifully and empowers you to do all the things that you want to do in your life. So let's go ahead and set a goal and intention to do that. And your angels also just want you to know that the detoxifying that you'll be doing this year, if you really choose to dedicate to yourself to this and to set these things into the motion, are going to be able to detox through layers of your body, years deep into the accumulated bodily experiences that your body and cells have. And remember that as you detox physically, you're not just detoxing and cleaning at a physical level, you'll be cleansing at an emotional level too, because our cells hold on to cellular memory of, perhaps emotions that may be associated with some of the things that we're holding on to at a physical level. So as you sweat, as you cleanse with that healthy plant-based food and so forth, notice as you release the old burden and weight from the past. Purification is full of so many gifts. So one other little area that the angels wanted to talk about today with regard to that purification message is the way that we choose to spend our time in our lives. Our time, a lot of people say, is the only thing we've got. It's, one of the most important things that we have. So your angels are really, really guiding you to devote your time to the things that matter the most. If you need to release some of the relationships out of your life, or maybe implement better boundaries in certain relationships in your life, go ahead and do it, because your time and your energy and personal emotional resources are important. And you want to be clear for this time during your life. Also, decide to place into your life now the daily lifestyle practices that you want to improve yourself. So I'm hearing that there is a real push for guidance to make meditation a part of your life, or some other form of spiritual practice that you really resonate with. Meditation is a wonderful sort of cornerstone sort of thing that you can do, and is itself a practice in purification. Oh my goodness, it really just takes you right into your center and helps you to discover the true strength that lies in the discipline of purifying the mind and the rest of your life. But other spiritual practices that are out there are, prayer, perhaps using mantra or journaling and automatic writing, some sort of art practice or dance or music. There are so many ways that we can have a spiritual practice with ourselves, and your angels are saying, choose to add this to part of your daily or weekly devotion to your own life. Go after those personal goals now, because this is the time. Now is the time. So without further ado, I would actually now like to go to our cards that we've chosen for today for guidance in 2016. What I've done is I've chosen 12 cards, each card to represent 1 month during the year. So let's go ahead and dive in and get into the specifics of what we can expect for 2016. Let's go ahead and turn over our first card representing the month of January. Oh, wow. So the first card says astral travel. This is a sign that it looks like many of us are going to be receiving a lot of spiritual divine guidance during this month. This is a time to really hone your connection with the divine, perhaps by setting the intention to communicate with your angels or spirit guides, because during astral travel, it represents when we're gaining some sort of strong information, guidance, inspiration, or spiritual growth during our dream time, or perhaps even during a meditative state in which we project ourselves spiritually to receive visions or to explore our inner spiritual world. This could literally be a wonderful time also to practice in the art of astral travel, because it feels as if this really would bring about some of that wonderful inspiration and guidance that we're looking for at this time. But anyway, when we look at it, January is going to be a highly spiritual month in which you get to connect in with your inner mystic, really having a wonderful, deep, beautiful personal experience of the divine during this month. So take notes, write down the guidance that you get, and enjoy this beautiful spiritual connection. This is a time to set the intentions by getting all of this inspiration too. So it's a great preparation phase. Let's go ahead and turn over our second card representing the month of February. Wow, okay, so for February we have the card that says getting to know each other. This is a card that certainly you can apply it to your relationships first off by saying, all right, it looks like there is something that is yet to be learned, or perhaps I want to focus more of my time on spending quality moments with my loved ones or with my partner so that I can really learn and grow more with them. Another thing that this has to tell us is that with regard to the guidance that we got during the month of January, it's time to spend some time contemplating that, getting to know yourself, your own personal needs, or what that guidance means as it applies to your life a little bit better. This is a wonderful time for reflection, for study, for continued preparation, for getting ready to enact some wonderful new things on your spiritual life. So a good time for thought, contemplation, also for relationships too. Especially if that relationship has to do with working on your life purpose. It'll be really good to take the time to get to know that person and that partnership. So let's go ahead and turn over our third card for March. So March, it says, have you asked your angels for help with this? This is further underscoring our relationship with our spirit guides, with the divine. The angels want you to know in this month that we were never meant to have to do something all by ourselves. You can pray for help for literally anything. There is no nothing that falls outside the jurisdiction of what the angels want to help you with, because they're here to help you with your peace of mind. So no matter how big or small the matter is, do ask your angels for help and continue to connect with them for feedback to help to shape your life purpose during this year. It looks like your relationship with your guides, your angels, or any ascended masters that you feel aligned with continues to play a very significant and important role in your life this year. And from the theme that we're seeing so far, it really does look like this is a year of great spiritual growth, because you're so focused on that spiritual side of asking for guidance and communicating with heaven, checking in as you grow. So let's go ahead and see what we have for the month of April. In the month of April, we have the Bodies of Water card. Bodies of Water is oftentimes a card that is guiding us to spend some time purifying our body by perhaps drinking more water, or even literally spending some time near some water, like a lake, a river, the ocean, a stream, because this is highly clarifying for you at an energetic, spiritual level. It's so emotionally clearing, isn't it? So spend some time near some water or in nature in general during this time, and resolve to do some real purification focus on your physical body. Since this will be a month in which we're coming into the springtime for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, this is a great time to make a little change with regard to your physical relationship with your body. Maybe take yourself outside, get out in nature a little bit more, or do some more physical movement. Even adjusting your diet is a very good thing to do during the springtime months as well, because we're able to eat things that are more fresh, local, organic, in season, and all of that. So this is a real push for that theme of purification that we have this year during the month of April. Let's go ahead also and see what we have in store for May. So for the month of May, we have Remember Who You Are. This is a card that continues to really guide us towards our spiritual path and our relationship with ourselves. So in this card, your guides are reminding you that you are a powerful, creative child of God, that you are very loved, and that you are an unlimited being, that you are a child of God, and that with God all things are possible. So that literally leaves nothing out. You're able to do anything that you set your heart and mind on. So keep remembering that the sky is the limit, that you have the ability to manifest what you desire. So keep your faith, keep your hope, keep your dedication, and check in with your guides. Continue to foster that connection with your spiritual guides at this time. I still am very strongly feeling that plays such a strong role during this time. So that'll be really good. Let's go ahead and see what we have coming in for June. Oh, so here is where the activity comes in very strong in our lives this year. Ready, set, go. This is a card that represents that now is the perfect moment to dive in and take action, to jump through that door of opportunity. So in this first part of the year, we spent a lot of time preparing ourselves, didn't we? We spent some time receiving some divine guidance, doing some research, getting to understand and know that guidance a little bit better, connecting with our guides, our relationship strengthens with heaven, and also our relationship with our bodies. There's some movement and change with our bodies, or maybe even in our environment during April and May, as we again are very in tune with ourselves. It's all preparation until June. June is when we're getting active. We are taking our message out to others. We're bringing our project, our goals, our activity out into the material, real world. So it feels like a very active and celebratory month of June that we're going to have. So buckle your seatbelts. It feels busy. Let's go ahead and turn over our card for the month of July. In July, we have the Creative Expression card. This is a card telling you to remember to honor those parts of your relationship with yourself that represent your heart's deepest passions. Your soul really does long to express itself creatively. And for some people, certainly that does mean in an artistic manner, but you don't have to be in a field of art in order to be creative, in order to be applying your creative vision to your goals and to your everyday life experiences. So try taking a creative approach in the month of July. Do something that helps you to think outside of the box, and this will truly bring about some wonderful things in your world. Also, it will help bring about your passions as well. There's a big feeling of passion that comes out of this card. So what an inspiring year that we have. It feels like it's like you get all of that creative inspiration right in the beginning of the year, and then you're enacting it, you're relating with it, and you're doing it, sending it out into the world, expressing it by the middle of the year here. Let's go ahead and turn over our card for August. Ooh, this just goes so in line with everything that we've been working with this year. Dietary change. This is another guidance with regard to purity. So if you have already maybe set some dietary changes at the beginning of the year over here and have been, maybe upgrading them in the month of April, as they told us we might do as we bring more clarity into our lives, then by August, we are again going to be asked to improve our diet the next step along the way. So perhaps you're in a situation in your life where you're really looking to cleanse and purify your diet. You want to maybe make it much lighter, full of more fresh, organic fruits and vegetables, plants, and wonderful, healthy things. This is your sign saying that August is an optimal time to really boost up that relationship with your body. I'm also hearing that exercise is going to continue to be important in the month of August. So do something to boost yourself up in that area as well, because you're going to need that extra bout of energy and uplifted mood to see you through the next few months, it looks like. So let's go ahead and now see what we have in store for September. We're getting into the fall over here. Oh, beautiful. In September, we have the Magic of Nature card. This is a beautiful card. It's telling us that this is a wonderful month to take a little bit of a step back. So if we're getting really, really active and busy during the summer, this is a month in September that tells us that you can rest a little bit now. Spend some time retreating and quiet meditation with yourself. Use this as a time to perhaps do a spiritual ceremony or ritual to help you get in contact with your inner power. This is also a really wonderful time to definitely literally go outside in nature, spend some time meditating and connecting with your guides, and with the power of God that just exists so strongly in nature. This is also very good for your body and is a wonderful bit of guidance to come along right after this idea of dietary change and focus on your body, because our relationship with our body is very similar to our relationship with the earth. It's almost the same thing. When you have a strong, beautiful relationship with the earth, you almost always also do with your body, because your body is a piece of earth that you are walking around in. And perhaps the closest, relationship that you have with nature is through the diet, because it's you literally taking pieces of the earth and putting it inside of yourself. So choose well and do spend some time communing with nature in the month of September. It's going to prove very, very good for your mental health, your sense of peace of mind, and for getting a refresher to get active on your life purpose path. So let's go ahead and turn over what we have for the month of October. October is a month for listening. I'm feeling that this has to do with your relationship with the angels and with God, as far as listening again for more of that feedback as to where you're at in your spiritual growth, but also has to do with your relationships. I feel that this is going to be a month where we have a little bit more focus on relationships in our lives. So work on your relationships. Spend some quality time with the people that you love the most. Have some important heart-to-heart conversations during this time. Also, listen for feedback from other people around you for any projects that you're involved in, or goals that you have, and see how you're doing. It feels as if this will be a very useful thing, that feedback, at this time. So remember too that listening requires getting still. So focus on your meditation practice during this time, and don't make your schedule too crazy and busy. Leave plenty of personal time for you to continue you know, resting and retreating, also continuing to apply that relationship with nature into this month. That doesn't have to end in October, because listening and hearing God's guidance is such a wonderful thing to do in nature. So I just love the way that these cards sort of sequentially lead to the next bit of guidance. They're so supportive of one another. All right, so let's go ahead and turn over our November bit of guidance. Oh my gosh, you guys, twin flame. So we were just talking about relationships, weren't we, in the month of September or October over here. It looks like there are some really big and beautiful developments in your relationship, particularly romantically speaking, in the month of November. This is a wonderful time to just celebrate your love relationship, or perhaps a month to attract a love relationship in your life if you are still looking to meet your soulmate at this time. So very exciting things coming for us in the month of November. Twin flame, soulmate relationships, lots of relationship growth. Let's see what the month of December has for us then. Beautiful. Okay, so the month of December brings us more guidance about career and life purpose, passion in our lives. This card is called the Page of Fire, and it's from the Angel Tarot deck. And what this card brings us is a big boost in energy and activity in our lives. You might be receiving some sort of news about a new project or endeavor or opportunity. So it says, go ahead and embrace that new thing. Use your God-given creativity and ingenuity to go about that new project or desire and embrace it. It looks like we're again getting very, very active, maybe a little bit more of a busy time for some of us, but use this time because it's very passionate. It's a very fruitful, fertile time for bringing about brand new things in your world. So it should be very exciting. It looks like we have a beautiful, exciting, wonderful year to look forward to in 2016. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited for all of this spiritual growth. We had so many messages about our personal relationship with God, our spiritual inner transformation, that meditative inner personal change that we are experiencing. And it does create wonderful things in relationships and in career things that we express out into the world. So that's really, really wonderful. Please do let me know if you have any thoughts or comments or questions about any of this below. I love hearing back from you guys. So thank you so much for watching this video today. If you enjoyed it, do leave me a thumbs up or a comment below. Also, if you would like to connect with me and keep in touch on social media, I will leave the links to my Facebook and Twitter in the description below as well. And if you would like your own personal guidance as to what to expect for 2016, you can visit my website at www.seraphim.com. I am offering this 12 card spread for each of you individually if you would like, via an email reading if you want. So go ahead and contact me if that's something that you are interested in. So thank you once again from the bottom of my heart for connecting with me. It's been a wonderful year sharing with all of you, and I so look forward to doing it more this coming year. Thank you so much, and until we connect again, know that you are so very loved and so very blessed. Bye!